idle chat with the Wait What podcast. How are we all doing, guys?
Yeah, I'm currently
good
searching stuff.
You searching for?
Good.
Will to live?
No.
That's a violation.
Oh, he just implied that I'm homeless. That's a violation.
Wait, what?
I'm searching to see. Yeah, I'm looking to see because we're going to a wrestling card next Sunday. We're going to Rev.
What are you looking for? Because I've got the tickets right in front of me.
I want to see if cards have been announced. If there's been any matches.
Oh, the card for the. Oh, right.
No. I don't think there'll be a card. It'll probably just be like the matches will just
his
like,
stuff,
be
basically.
Yeah. It turns up. Yeah. We know very little about Rev Pro, but we're going to go have a good time. We know
first time we've been in the same place outside of work, by the way, for the very first time.
Yeah.
And the first time we've all been in the same place for 3 years.
Maybe 4, because
possibly 4.
Yeah, something like that.
29. No, I was going to say 2019, but you was away, weren't you, Dave?
He was away. It was me and no. That was he was there. We were all there.
Was it?
Because you got bullied. You got bullied by my missus. She was like, "Can I have my boyfriend back?" And you were like, "No."
Yeah, I said no.
Yeah.
Anyway,
because it went tits up after that. Remember, World went tits up, and it was after that.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to do that. But this week,
next week, sir, no,
this week.
No, tomorrow.
Oh yeah, sorry.
As of this coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry.
Right now, you're listening to this, and we could be in the same place right now.
Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited, guys.
Right.
If you're watching this on YouTube, we've already been.
It's Christmas,
and you can watch the episode where we talk about that.
Yeah.
Right. We've got some. We're sorry. More wrestling content, but look. In our defense, again, wrestling is really hot right now.
It's not our fault.
Wrestling was going on in Wembley. Liam actually went to Wembley, so we have to talk about it.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah. Before we start, do we want to mention, obviously, like some shit's been going down in the wrestling world?
I've read it. I read about it. Apparently, the scuffle wasn't even between CM Punk and Jack Perry.
That wasn't what he was going on about.
I didn't go about that. No, I said Bray Wyatt.
Sorry,
he said Bray Wyatt.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. It's because it's the last thing I read before we started doing this. That's what it was. Apologies. Carry on.
Absolute craziness. Bray Wyatt passed away on the fucking Thursday or something like that. Last Thursday,
25th, I think he died.
Yeah. Obviously, he was only 36. Like Bray Wyatt was like a great character. Obviously,
can I just put it out?
Fantastic
there
talent. Yes.
I thought it was. What's it called? What's the
work?
The word? I thought it was a work because they're working towards he was coming back.
Right.
So I thought they were working that say, oh, he's died, and then he comes back as like the new dead man sort of thing.
They would have never have put something like that out there as a work because the height they would have got.
Yeah, but it would have gave him so much heat. Well,
we don't want heat on the company. Heat on the company is bad.
That's bad.
Yeah. But with Triple H was the one that announced it, so that was pretty much.
I refused to believe it when I first saw it. I'll be honest.
I didn't see the Triple H tweet. I just heard.
I sent the Triple H tweet in the group chat, didn't I?
Yeah.
I had to send it in because you told me to fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is the same reaction I had. I was like, "Fuck off! Don't chat shit."
Because that's why I thought it was a work because I'd never saw the tweet. I just heard through the grapevine.
So he passed away due to a heart attack after COVID's exacerbated that
weakened him basically.
He already had a heart problem, as I said, like a phenomenal talent, many memorable moments and characters.
One of my favorite character workers. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm currently looking at my Wyatt's Gym T-shirt. I washed it yesterday. I'm literally currently. I should be wearing it, but it's right there.
Yeah, I mean that theme song that he came out to, where as Bray Wyatt kind of thing, is legendary in my opinion. Obviously, like they could like use that for ages, but
yeah.
Bray Wyatt will be missed, and it's
very,
a shame.
very much so.
Yeah.
And I feel I feel for JoJo and his kids, because
of course
they were supposed to get married in October.
Yeah.
And that's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah. So obviously, like SmackDown played tribute to his memory on there, plus with Terry Funk as well, who sadly passed away.
Terry Funk as well, yeah.
I don't know if you saw, Tony Khan has given some of the AEW roster time off.
Yeah, the next two Dynamites they can miss to attend these services.
Yeah.
So
and so that was a bit of a bummer going into the biggest show that was going on in Wembley. I imagine like there was like crowd and Wyatt stuff like you saw around. There was a lot of
There was a lot of people dressed like Bray Wyatt with the Hawaiian shirts and the hat, the straw hat. There was a guy dressed as the Fiend, and he actually got a standing ovation when he walked out.
Really?
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, just a guy that went. He was having his pictures. People were taking their pictures of him and stuff. I was lucky enough. I was actually sat on the floor. I was
on a seat on the floor.
Oh no, I was just on the floor. I was actually had pitch. I've still got the wristband. It's got pitch access on it. I was very close to the ring, and I will say it's one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
All right.
It was amazing. The atmosphere was something else. It was great.
Well,
I had to watch half of it on the fucking screen because there's two cunts, security guards, that kept standing in my fucking way. They had these little stools to sit on, but they wouldn't fucking sit down. So I looked at the back of his fucking bald head instead of watching fucking MJF and Adam Cole win the tag titles, fuming. But I watched it on the screen. Yeah, you can say, oh, you watched it on the screen, you should have stayed at home. But I was immersed. I was immersed in it.
The thing is, they say watch it at home, but nothing will beat the atmosphere of actually being there.
I don't think I've ever seen... I've been to a few wrestling shows. I've been to quite a few live events. I've been to a few tapings. It's never been like that. That many people. It's crazy. I've got videos and shit from it. I'll show you lot on. I might send them to you, or I'll show them to you. But it's crazy. And there was parts of it whenever the lights went. When it got dark later on in the evening, the lights went out. I've got videos of just everyone's cameras on. Everyone's cameras. The Fireflies lit up Wembley, and it was a sight to see. To be fair.
Cool. So we'll get into like the kind of like live reaction. Did you watch the event afterwards?
I haven't watched it yet. No.
No, you haven't watched it. So all your opinions. So all your opinions will be from what you witnessed while you were in the stadium. So there we go. We'll get into more of that. They started off with the pre-show, 0 hour. MJF and Adam Cole.
Don't forget about Big Show chokeslamming and knocking out Satnam Singh.
Yep. Didn't see that on the pre-show on my one.
That was on there. It was just before it went live. Before. So they might have not even put it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they started with MJF and Adam Cole. Massive pop. I popped hard because I didn't think that was the first match I was going to see. Popped hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that a lot. I feel like that was the reaction of a lot of people. I don't think many people thought they were going to see MJF Adam Cole was the first thing they were going to see.
Yeah. So because the first thing you heard was do. That was it. Pop. Straight away. Popped.
Yeah.
Huge.
Huge. Yeah,
I will say doing the Adam Cole Bebe and the Boom live is really fucking fun. I don't care what anyone says, it's really fun. I even threw my hands up and everything. I got in it. I was immersed.
Yeah, it was a very quick match.
It was a quick match, to be fair.
Very silly as well in parts, obviously with MJF with the kangaroo kick and stuff.
The kangaroo kick. You don't understand the pop that ringside that the kangaroo kick got, mate. You don't understand.
And the double clothesline obviously got the win.
It did.
Yeah.
Double clothesline pop was huge too, by the way.
Yeah. 7 minutes 45 seconds this win. So,
it felt a lot longer than that watching it, I'll tell you that. It was great.
Yeah.
It was good. It was very good.
I mean, people were expecting something, and what they got was just like the happy ending, really, kind of things.
Yeah,
the way it felt.
This card in general felt like it was a gift to wrestling fans, to be honest, more than anything. It was like everything you wanted to happen is kind of going to happen.
And it's crazy because it was made in like a week.
I'll give him credit for that. The show that he put together, I'll give him credit. He gets a lot of shit, and we do dick on him a lot. I'll give him credit. It was a good show.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll get to the good and bad moments anyway. Next was the FTW rules match for the FTW Championship. Hook beat Jack Perry.
I had to watch 90% of that on the screen because it was on the ramp, and where I was, like where you came out, you would go to the left, you would have the seats there, then you'd have the ringside, then I was the very last bunch, so I couldn't really see it. I fucking heard him hit the glass, though. I heard that. Yeah. I heard the thump.
Yeah.
Did that use real glass?
It's real glass.
Yeah. Obviously, you didn't witness that. I messaged you that because I watched it. I watched him do it live, and I was just like, "Oh, is that a?"
No, I still see it. Like I saw it obviously because I was watching it. What you would have seen, I saw at the same time because I was watching it on the. I heard it, then I saw it. I heard it, then I saw it because obviously it would go bang, and then there's slight delay in it. Obviously, like I'd see if I was watching it in the ring, I could see the screen and the ring at the same time,
right?
Because they were literally just above it. So I was watching it, and then my peripheral would get the screen, so I would hear the boom, and then I'd see it on the screen. So
yeah,
but no, I heard it, then I saw it, and I was like, oh,
yeah. But yeah, Hook wins. Hook coming out with his song and stuff like that. That was pretty.
That was cool.
That
was cool. I would have preferred that match to have been on later because obviously Hook's thing blacks out the arena.
Mm-hmm.
So if he'd have blacked out the whole arena at night and then came on to that, I thought it would have been a lot better. But obviously, we did get an entrance where that came out was worth having when it was blacked out. So,
Tad at this moment, Excalibur was on commentary all night, and they kind of rotated the commentators around. Taz and Tony Schiavone did the 0 hour, and then for the main show, Jim Ross came out and replaced.
Yeah, he got a huge pop when he came out because they I don't know if they played it on anything, but they played the music for him, and he got a huge pop.
Yeah. It started out with Taz, Excalibur, and Jim Ross calling the first match, which was CM Punk defeating Samoa Joe for the Real World Championship.
It's good pop.
It was a really good match. Obviously, CM Punk obviously got. How would you say the reaction for him coming out?
He got a frosty reception.
Really? During the match?
A lot of people, both. A lot of people wanted Joe. We sung the song, obviously. And Joe's almost better, though, because he could just say to Joe.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, that was it. But he got quite a frosty reception. It was great because everyone that was all up ringside just kept throwing middle fingers up to Punk every time he turned around. All I could see was a sea of that. That's all I could see was a sea of middle fingers. I was watching the match through that. It was good. Samoa Joe is fucking huge as well, by the way. Even from distance, that man is ginormous.
I love that spot that he does when he just walks away casually, and he did it for CM Punk doing the.
When he like no sell sort of thing, he just
walks away.
Yeah,
one of the best ones is when he did when he started doing the job when CM Punk did do a 5 knuckle shuffle. The boos he got for that, and I don't know why. When he did the first shoulder tackle, I was like, he's going to do it. I know what's coming. Did the two that, and then he did the duck, and then the backdrop.
Samoa Joe starts hulking up.
Yeah.
When he hulks up, and he did that.
What was good as well was like Joe and CM Punk were just having fun because they were just both laughing. Because Joe, even at one point before he did the senton, he sort of looked around and went, and just did it, and it was great. And it was great. He did, even though he won, he did.
As well,
So Joe was in it, and like that was a match that was meant just for. It was a big stage. It was like you can't not have a match like this where it doesn't. In either way, it doesn't really matter who wins. It's just that the crowd's going to be so invested, and the crowd was.
I like that Punk won with the Pepsi plunge as well. I mean,
yeah, that was weird because I had to explain to my sister what the Pepsi plunge was.
Someone explain this to me.
Is a pedigree off the top rope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Punk never.
It was a little bit. It was a little bit. A bit iffy.
Punk used to do it on the indies a lot, but then he had to stop doing it because he used to fuck up his knees. And yeah, he did it this time, and it was a bit ropey, but it makes sense for him to use that rather than to go to sleep on.
Because the go to sleep he did to Joe on Collision the week before was not good.
Yeah. Punk got a big reception though as he kind of finished and left. And
I think to be fair, that was mainly for the match. I think because the match was really good.
That was only because people knew they were going to be sitting next to him on the train home.
Nice. Let's quickly. Now we've got those matches out of the way. Let's quickly just mention about how there's been the reports of Jack Perry and CM Punk having
it's Miro actually. It's not even Jack Perry. Apparently it was Miro, and apparently all it was is they were messing around. Apparently they were messing around. See the picture that Miro tweeted of he's going a British cab. As she just tweeted a picture of that and didn't say anything, and people were like, "Oh, even CM Punk are beefing." Don't be surprised if he works himself into a shoot.
Yeah, but there's something went down with Jack Perry as well.
Well, apparently so, but
they've both been suspended.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm fed up of hearing about.
Just come back.
I'm fed up of hearing about CM Punk arguing with people. I'm fed up of hearing about it. Like either CM Punk's being a bit of a prick, or they're being tarts. Both of you just stop acting like fucking idiots and just make money.
The issue is Punk is very old school in his ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for him, that's
Jack
not
Perry
the way.
Are quite young, so they're
not quite young. They are incredibly young.
So they're going to be like
Punk's probably got gear. Punk's probably got gear that's older than Jack Perry.
Yeah,
probably. But yeah, that's my 2 pence. They both need to fucking grow up. I feel like there's fine for them to have arguments and stuff like that, but generate it into feuds and matches on TV and make some money out of it.
Let's have some eye gouges.
That's what they should have done. That's what they should have done here. They should have done Bullet Club versus CM Punk and FTR, and then they would have made like fucking load of money. But anyway,
I'd have fucking shit myself for that.
Yeah, they must have crossed paths as well at some point because obviously the next match was Bullet Club Gold versus the Golden Elite.
That was a very good match. It was a very good match. I will say, seeing Kenny Omega wrestle live changes my opinion of him.
Still a bitch.
Maybe he'll still be a bitch, but he can go.
He was on good form. Hangman
Takeshita as well. Huge. That man's huge.
Hangman Page came out first. Kind of just like the third forgotten kind of person in this. I feel like it's kind of like a bit of a shame on him. Kota Ibushi
got quite a from where I was sitting, quite a reasonable response. Kenny got a massive pop. Kenny's pop was huge.
Kenny Omega was definitely the most over in this match. Other than Juice Robinson, I feel like he got a really good big reception.
Yeah, Juice Robinson got a really good reception.
Yeah.
So did Bullet Club did in general.
Yeah. So Jim Ross was commentating on this match, and he was not impressed.
I heard a lot of people were saying that Jim Ross should give it up from this commentary. I don't believe that. I don't agree with it. I don't agree. It's all I've heard. Bear in mind, I haven't watched it back. That's all I'm saying. I haven't heard it.
My fault is that they obviously wanted to have him out there for the first 3 matches.
It was the wrong match. It was the wrong match to put on for him.
It was just the wrong.
Did he do the FTR match?
Yeah.
Okay, that's his. Yeah,
exactly. Cool. So they had to have him on for CM Punk and Joe, and they just happened to put this 6-man tag match in between. And Jim Ross just could not hide his just frustration with just things like, who's the legal man, like what the hell's going on with the rules and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Why isn't the referee using more of the power kind of thing? And I understand all that. I do. But the match was hardly entertaining. And the right result as well. Takeshita.
It was. Do you know what? Takeshita, I said this to you the other day. Takeshita getting that roll up sucked the air out of the stadium. Like all of a sudden, it was a build. Clean gone. All of the energy just sucked out, and everyone was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" And it's like, okay, fair enough, smart. And then obviously it's been announced for All Out, Kenny versus Takeshita. Tony Khan did something smart there. and I don't think it was his idea.
So yeah, and that is good to have that moment because obviously remind the crowd that this ain't just going to be a feel-good house show. That there is going to be.
It was a good. It was a good finish. It was a very good finish, and I enjoyed the match.
Next, that match went 20 minutes and a half. CM Punk was only out there 14 minutes, so then the Elite came out and did 20 minutes, and then FTR and the Young Bucks did 21:45. This was a really good tag match. Yeah.
Please tell me you heard the chants.
I heard some of them.
Please tell me you heard the one about Wheeler's got a gun.
No.
One was about Wheeler's got a gun. Wheeler's was it Wheeler's gonna shoot you? Please don't shoot. Please don't shoot him. Wheeler's got a gun. Wheeler's got a gun. Yeah, it's just it's we're going with this. Yeah.
Oh wait, was that the one that got
arrested?
Done?
Yeah. Tell you what, the false finishes in that match was fantastic.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that the moment I was really enjoying the match, and they got me because the moment when FTR hit the Shatter Machine on Matt Jackson,
first time,
and the first time, I was just like, "Cool, that's it, that's the ending." And then he kicked out the Shatter Machine of nothing. I was just like, "Oh."
When they did the Shatter Machine, I thought that was it. When the Bucks did the Shatter Machine, I was like, "It's done. It's game over."
Yeah.
And then he kicked out of it, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is going on?" My chest. And then when they hit the second Shatter Machine, my God, I thought he was going to touch the fucking tarp above the ring. He fucking went up for that.
Yeah, and I mean, fair play to the Bucks. I do think they put FTR over.
I didn't, but I think they know they're smart. It's business.
Yeah, they came out dressed as Freddie Mercury as well. JR. Excalibur mentioned that came out dressed as Freddie Mercury, and I think JR didn't realize that Freddie Mercury was the lead singer of Queen because he was just like, "Oh, is he here tonight as well?" And then Excalibur has an awkwardly kind of just like, "No, he's been dead for quite a while." JR kind of thing. It's just like,
could have just someone said, "Yeah, he's here in spirit."
Yeah, but yeah, it's inspired by Live Aid. There was a lot of money that Tony Khan put into this, and we'll get into that a bit later. But yeah, FTR retained the titles. Good, right result. Then on to the Stadium Stampede match.
I went for a piss halfway through.
I don't blame you. Eddie Kingston, Penta, Best Friends, and Orange Cassidy versus Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley, Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta, Mike Santana, and Ortiz. So,
I went for a piss. I come back.
They burst through the door.
And Penta had changed fucking gimmick.
Yeah. At some point
I came back and then I just heard Penta says, and I was like, wait, what? And then I know what it's Penta Oscuro, I think it is. I know the gimmick because I remember it. And I was like, what have I got? Did I just go into like time travel when I went for a piss? And then he comes out in a different gear, and I was like, okay.
A lot of crazy shit happened in this.
What you should do, Liam, is never go to the toilet during things like this.
No, this is when you should go to the toilet. Yeah. I went to the toilet during this one and not during the women's match, okay? This is what it says about this match.
Progressive.
Yeah. That's all right.
Nothing to do with the fact that it was military-grade weaponry. Nothing to do with that.
So, let's talk about Stadium Stampede, because there was a lot of crazy, stupid shit.
We have to.
All right, so bits I remember. So they split off into their little groups. Eddie Kingston and Cesaro go high up into the stadium and go into a bar at some point. I don't recognise who Eddie Kingston was shaking hands with, but he throws them into the bar. They said it terribly.
Just a guy. Local talent, evidently.
John Moxley is in the ring because he wants to do all his deathmatch stuff, and he did it with Penta. Penta gets taken out on a stretcher and changes gimmick later on. Moxley did the thing with the skewers in his head, and it looked
was disgusting. By the way,
it looked.
His like skin on his skull came up and out, and I was like,
it looked nasty. And then there was like glass, and a lot of crazy, stupid stuff. And then intermixed with the Best Friends doing stupid stuff on the other side, with fucking Trent's mum turning up. And with a tray full of
That's when I went for a piss. That was too much for me.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy was doing his pocket stuff as well.
I liked it when Moxley pulled out a fork and just smashed his fucking head up.
Look, I have a friend that's not a wrestling fan that was watching this show because his missus knows Will Ospreay basically, so he was watching the show. He was messaging me during the Punk and Joe match kind of thing because he remembered Samoa Joe and CM Punk kind of thing. So he was like, "Oh, like I remember this. This is a sick match," and we were protective about it. Then later on, we stopped messaging for a bit because, like, you know, there's good matches on, so
you want to watch it and stuff.
Yeah, he must have enjoyed the 6-man. He must have enjoyed the tag match. And during the about halfway towards the end of the Stadium Stampede match, he texted me going, "Bro, what the fuck am I watching?" And that's pretty much what I just went, "Yes, I know." And it's just like there's this craziness going on. I can't remember how to let me get out. Yeah, he goes, "Bro, what the fuck am I watching?" He goes, "Yeah," I said about it being warned about the bad matches. He was like, "Yeah, this is different gravy." He says, "I see a geezer get kebab sticks hammered into his head," and I was like, "Bro, what the fuck am I watching?" Not what I expected. Yeah,
awful.
So yeah, right. After that was the 4-way women's match: Saraya defeating Toni Storm, Hikaru Shida, and Dr. Britt Baker.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't that bad of a match, to be honest.
I mean, obviously, Saraya coming out to "We Will Rock You"
with all her family. I knew straight away she was winning that match.
Yeah, same.
As soon as she came out of her family, I knew she was going over.
Yeah, Tony Khan paying the royalties for that as well. Weirdly, Toni Storm came out to "God Save the Queen."
God Save the Queen or God Save the King?
Queen, because it's for her. So
it's for her. Yeah.
There was all these people singing the national anthem along with it, and I looked at my sister and I was like, "Do you know the words?" And she went, "No," and not even the word.
Did you shout "No Surrender"?
No surrender.
That's the only word I do know. And I was like, "No, I can't
I
was in a public place. I was like, "No, I can't do that."
I quite liked. There was the moment where Saraya and Toni Storm were both trying to pin, I think, Britt.
Yeah, that was like right at the start.
The moment where Paige picks up Toni Storm, just being like, "Excuse me."
The best bit was when she accidentally hits her mum. That was some of the best because she's like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. It was a good match. Saraya won, obviously, a massive pop.
I didn't like the finish.
I didn't like the finish.
I didn't like the finish. The whole idea of like Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida are too busy putting submissions on each other to realise that Paige is just about to get the pin. That kind of pin.
And the fact that she was trying to reach for Shida's mouth and she just kept clenching her teeth and she couldn't get it. And like, oh, come on, man, we ain't stupid. I'll tell you what, though, Toni Storm got her face. Her face is still in Wembley from that stomp that she took. Her face is still in Wembley. That was awful, mate. Literally, as soon as it hit that, everyone around me, just everyone at the same time, just went, "Oh,
yeah,
oof."
So after that was the tag team coffin match: Darby Allin and Sting defeating Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage.
Great
Swerve Strickland coming out with his entrance with the rapping and the "Whose House?" Swerve's house. That
wasn't good. The Whose House? Swerve's house. No, Whose House? Swerve's house. Whose house? Swerve. That was cool. The rapping, awful. The guy was not matching. He was not on the beat. I could hear it.
It came out better live.
Maybe. It came out better recorded. Live, terrible.
Sorry.
Because it's recorded and it's delayed. So they can edit
probably what it is.
Yeah.
But it weren't great. The match was really good. Christian was great.
Yeah, it was really good. My friend messaged me again during this. He said, "These jive turkeys with the face paint look serious."
Sting was great. Sting was fantastic. Enjoyed the music.
I'm sure he knows who Sting is.
Oh, they came out to Seek and Destroy as well. Again, cool. Tony Khan just boom, throwing down some money for royalties on that.
He made bank with this show. So
yeah.
Right, they were selling the merch, right? The merch, just quickly, the merch. T-shirts were £30. Would have paid it if the design was better.
Not bad.
The designs were shit. Like All In, I was there, and I'm not paying 30 quid for that shit. The hoodies were £70, right? wank hoodies as well, just had AEW written on it. They were selling replica title belts, £850. The amount of fat, sweaty neckbeards I saw carrying them, I was like, you should be defending that title. I'm going to give you a fucking RKO and just take it. Because you ain't going to be able to chase me, fat boy. So, you ain't going to be able to chase me.
All right, Ric Flair.
Yeah. Just start elbow dropping my jumper and shit. The t-shirt I wore was a picture of MJF being chased by Bryan Danielson. And the one thing is, I didn't see one other person wearing that shirt, which made me feel good. What didn't make me feel good is because people kept seeing it and trying to talk to me. Don't fucking talk to me. Don't talk to me. Like, I don't like people, especially when I don't know them. I've not got like social anxiety or anything, but if someone I don't know tries to talk to me, I'm standoffish and I'm like, what? The people that were walking past and going, mate, that's a few people walk past and go, that shirt is sick, man, and just walk off. I can handle that.
Yeah.
It's people that want to stand and talk to me. Fuck off, man. I don't know you.
I've had a couple of them sort of situations before as well.
It's just like they're probably the same type of people as well, because you probably like
doing?
weeb shit on, and they're the same sort of people.
Yeah, when I have my Dragon Ball Z stuff on, and I get stopped, I get nice shirt, nice jacket, and then someone will stop me and go, I like your jacket, mate. Where'd you get it from?
Oh, fuck off. I have someone that when I'm walking home from work, he stopped me once, and where did you get your Venom hoodie from? I hadn't worn it for 6 weeks. The fuck are you asking me that question for? I don't know you. So, anyway, carry on. Sorry.
Darby Allin takes a sick bump from the top turnbuckle onto a coffin.
I heard that as well, but I didn't see it, but I heard it. Oof.
Leaving Sting pretty much to fight 2 men on his own.
And he did well.
I'm going to accept it because Christian Cage is quite old as well, so suspended disbelief on that.
One of the funniest things I saw was when Sting put Swerve, I think, through the table, which was great because he did it once and it didn't break, and then he got back up and just did it again. Was it when the camera cut to Christian? He was just choking the shit out of Darby Allin. It was hilarious. It was just choking him, and he got the title. He was like, "You're never going to win this. You're never going to win this." And he just fucking started biting him. Just started biting him. It was good. And then obviously the match ended pretty much almost. That coffin drop he did while Swerve was half hanging out as well. That looked like it fucking hurt.
The coffin match, is it a bit like the casket match where you have to put the opponent?
But you only have to, but the thing is, only one person had to go in it because it was a tag match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Luchasaurus also came out and chokeslammed Nick Wayne onto the ramp, and onto the skateboard. Yeah. So that was that. Next was Ospreay Jericho. The
pop that Ospreay got
for Jericho. Oh.
Jericho didn't get a pop, really. He did they suck.
Did I'm guessing Jericho come out second?
No, he came out first.
Oh, okay.
He came first.
He was on top of the stage, did the Deo Live Aid shit, did that. But Jericho sang.
Really done it.
No one did because no one wanted. No one like, fuck off. Start singing Judas so we can sing it.
I'm surprised he didn't start chanting West Ham are massive.
Well,
he is
a West Ham fan, so he doesn't know. But no, he was singing on the way to the ring. I'd have preferred it if he'd have sung half of it up the top, then made his way down, but it didn't sound as great. Obviously, I said it with my chest. Yeah. But when Ospreay came out, I don't know what music he come out to because I don't know his one, but I think it's more of his one of his more well-known ones.
Didn't he put the lyrics up on his X account?
Yeah.
So people could see.
But there's only one thing I could see. I couldn't see the entrance. All I could see was that. That is all I could see. Was everyone doing the crown thing from United? Is it United Empire? Yeah. Literally, all I could see was a sea of those. So you know what I did? I fucking joined in.
Yeah.
Hurt
your shoulders, though. Hurt your shoulders trying to hold it up for a little while. It's like, oof. And he did great stuff. He made Jericho look great. Jericho made him look great.
14 minutes. So 15, really.
Yeah, the elbow that he hit him with.
Did he have a better match with him than he did with Kenny?
No.
Jericho.
He had a more of a traditional wrestling match with Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Jericho did stuff.
He only had one sloppy moment, I'd say, Jericho, was when he did the Oz cutter. That was his one kind of like sloppy moment. But other than that, Jericho.
But to be fair, Jericho, even at his best, probably wouldn't have been able to do that. So it kind of leans to it. He kicked out of the Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker. That was questionable for me, for him kicking out of one Stormbreaker. But
for the finish afterwards, though, I liked.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind him kicking out because literally straight afterwards it was hidden blade to the face.
He literally got up and just smashed him across the jaw, grabbed him straight. Yeah. I thought he was going to give him a tiger driver, a tiger driver, because he got him up, and I was like, "You'll kill him." I was like, he'll die. He will die. Do not kill Jericho. Please don't kill him.
Kill him.
And when he hit the second one, I was like, it's done. It's finished.
Yeah. I mean, it was the right result. The psychology was all messed up because Ospreay's technically playing the heel in the story, but he's in his home.
He's in his home country.
He's in his home country. He's in his home country, an hour away from where he lives.
He was never getting booed. Never. Not in a million years.
No.
I say it was a great. I say it was a good match. It was a very good match. And I as someone who watches AEW week in, week out, I really hope Ospreay signs. I do.
Was the title up for grabs or not?
No.
This was just pure swingers. This was just swingers. That's all it was.
And Raina Essex was said on commentary by Excalibur, which is pretty crazy.
Oh, we've danced past it. Mercedes Moné was in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
He was in the crowd. Apparently, if she was cleared to wrestle, she would have been on the card. So expect Mercedes to turn up. For those who don't know, Sasha Banks. And if he gets her for the roster, I would think that's probably a very big.
I think she's still got a contract with New Japan now. I know they do their. I know they do.
Yeah, but to be honest, she's injured at the minute, so New Japan would probably be happy to unload her.
Plus, AEW is mainly in America anyway, so it'd be more handy for her.
Another quick little side bit of news as well from this is that obviously I said they're rotating the commentators. Shivani came back in, and Jim Ross left, and Nigel McGuinness was doing the commentary on the broadcast. At one point, he referred to Bryan Danielson as Brittle Danielson. I think they're going to tease. I think at All Out,
they're going to have a match.
No, I think at All In next year they're going to do the McGuinness versus Danielson.
I'll be going again. I'm 100% going.
Yeah, they confirmed they're going to come back, didn't they?
25th of August. Yeah. I'll be there.
Yeah. So
get free tickets so we can come.
So next was the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn versus the House of Black. Max Caster's rap with Prince Andrew.
Fantastic.
What a fucking line.
Fucking-tastic. It was great. I fucking ate the Royal Family and I loved it. I popped hard.
The crowd were really reacted to that one. That was really good. The match was really good. Billy Gunn is a fucking phenomenon at his fucking age of what he does.
I would say House of Black's entrance was fantastic too, with the lantern.
They did the tribute
to Bray Wyatt. Yeah. That was really cool, and that was the entrance that obviously I was hoping it was going to be late because obviously they black out everything. Yeah. And it was a really good entrance, and you had all the fireflies on as well, so that was cool.
Yep. And the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn win, and
they also scissor MJF's dad.
Yes, and they scissored in the ring for everyone.
They scissored daddy ass.
Yes,
and we all screamed it very loud.
Yeah, so that was a good little match to break up between the Ospreay Jericho match, and then the main event, which is MJF versus Adam Cole. This match was the best booked AEW main event I've watched.
Fantastic.
So they technically opened the show with MJF.
Oh no, they opened. They did. They opened and closed with MJF and Adam Cole.
Yeah,
and it was great. It was great.
Yeah. MJF. I don't like what they kind of done with MJF. Like I didn't like how he was kind of conflicted in the match about hurting Adam Cole because it just didn't make sense to me for they want to win the title. But then the reaction afterwards kind of thing did make sense.
It made sense. Kind of like, MJF doing the heel shit while trying to be face was great. Like when he was shaking his hand, when he shook his hand and then poked him in the eye and just put his arms up, the whole crowd, the arena popped. It was great. It was funny. It was funny but serious, and it made sense.
The story of the match was that Adam Cole would go to any length to win the match. He brainbusted MJF onto steps.
That was great. That was great.
He did the move on the table to MJF, and he would go to any length to win it.
Someone next to me, someone near me, screamed that Roderick Strong is a fucking cuck. That made me laugh. That made me laugh.
I think did Roderick Strong come out before the double pin?
After.
I don't think he did.
After. Yeah. Before. Because he gave him the belt and MJF refused to hit the belt. That's when they called double clothesline, wasn't it? They called double clothesline. Yeah. They clotheslined one. Did you hear the fucking reaction after that? The match was a draw.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
People were pissed, yeah. But then they do the thing, Adam Cole saying he wants 5 minutes. MJF initially says no, and then says, no, we're going to keep going until there's a winner. They carry on. And like more ensues with like Roddy Strong coming out again.
Poor old Bryce Remsburg, mate, took a fucking destroyer or Panama Sunrise.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't really because he didn't get a full rotation.
Yeah. So Adam Cole got the pin on MJF when Bryce Remsburg's counting bare slow. MJF
he got a 14. Out. He got a 14 count, by the way.
Yeah. And then
did you count?
Cole,
yes.
Yeah. And then, the match ends with MJF doing the roll-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does the roll-up when Adam Cole actually decides not to cheat, and that's what cost him the match.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So the story was that Adam Cole was doing everything right when he was cheating, and then the one time he didn't cheat, he hesitated, he lost the match. MJF is pleading with Adam Cole when he's visibly distraught about it. He brings the ROH tag titles in.
Throws it away.
Throws it. That's when MJF screams at him that he never cared about it. It was all about the title. He throws the title belt at him and tells him,
if you want the title belt so much, keep it.
Yeah.
And then Roddy's like, hit him with it, and he don't. And then Roddy storms off, tarting around.
Yeah. And then they hug, and then that was the feel good ending of a win.
Yes, and that's when I left because getting out of that place, I just made it in time to get to the train station before they shut everyone getting in. I was home in an hour. Rapid. Nice. I was home in McDonald's, 20 nuggets, large chips, smashed it. Good time.
That's an experience, London.
Bruv, I paid £4.30 for a bottle of Coke in Wembley because I needed the drink. £4.30. Disgusting.
Bruv.
Disgusting.
Bruv.
Mate. Bruv. Yeah, that's how we all talk. What?
Yeah, it really is. What, bruv?
Yeah, what, bruv? That's how we all talk. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all in.
Cool.
Anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
Nah, we're going to see wrestling on Sunday. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
We might even film some stuff.
Yeah. Ospreay was at the last Pro show, so surely he'll be on this one.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you for listening. Find all previous idle chats on all podcasting platforms and all main episodes on all podcasting platforms. Thank you and peace. Scissor me.